Now remember, if you need a boatload of sales leads, all you've got to do is be #1 on Google. This is part 13B, how to spend $18.97 a week and get to the top of Google. Hi, I'm Casey Truby. Now, there's something really interesting that we can do here. Not just our national one website that gets picked up by search engines all over the country and always comes up to the top. We also want to create a second website that's dedicated specifically to you and your firm. And this is for local search. And this is a WordPress site. Now, I know you have a website already. You've probably got some search engine work going. Leave that alone. We don't want you to replace that because we're going to be driving a lot of traffic to that site as people click through this national site that's cooperatively shared, and then the one local WordPress site that is generated specifically so that if somebody types outsourced accounting Denver or DUI lawyer Chicago, we want them to hit that one local site. And of course, we're doing the same thing. We're pumping it up with articles and posting videos to it so that it gets a page rank 3. And so that if somebody does use the local search, we're going to be at the top of the local. And so we've got we're coming at it from two different directions, and you're leaving your current website alone. Let's go to the screen. I'll show you something really interesting though. Remember from our 13A, part 13A, that backlinks are critical to making this successful. When we create the national shared website, we want backlinks. And from our last video, remember we're doing 1,000 a month because we have a service, and then I've got 4 people that are working on it full-time, and then I've got all these articles that we're writing, and every one of them with links. But here's the really big one. Each time we set up a business using our top of Google service, we set up a second website on a local search basis. And this is a little WordPress site that'll only be about 10 pages long, but it's going to have updated content that we're shoving into it automatically each week so that it has a page rank 3. But here's the big kicker. Each one of these little local websites, and we're doing all this for you, it's all included, has a backlink to our main site. And so 368 local, let's just say accountants, local accountants are linking to our main site. So our idea is when we get a search, we go out and we do the big search, but if we don't get the customer, they want to do local, we've got a second chance to get them. Now, this is the part that's really exciting. Remember, we're doing this in multiple industries. And so let's just take 3 industries: financial planners, accounting, and landscaping designers. All these financial planners have got links going back and forth between those 368 local sites and the one big TOG site. And the same thing over here, 368. But now's when it gets exciting, because not only did we link these 368 sites to the one financial planning TOG site, we also linked them all to the accounting site, and we linked them all to the financial planning site. Now, this is just a little line of code stuck in the back of the website. Nobody can see it. It's just, it's invisible, but it counts to Google. And then we did the same thing on the accounting sites. We linked everybody to the financial, we linked them to the accounting, we linked them to landscapers. Then we did everything on the landscaping site. We did it the same way, but now look at this. This is the real miracle. Pretty soon, we've got links going in every direction imaginable. Look at the math on this. 248 niche websites, creating 300 to 368 backlinks on every one of them. The number comes out to 75,000 to actually 91,000. That's the range over the next 3 to 5 years. And these are organic links, one at a time. That's very, very critical. We have to do these one at a time. If we do it by software or do it by machine, then what will happen is Google will figure out that we're trying to jury rig their system, and they don't put up with that. They just sandbox you, and that means all of a sudden your site disappears. So these have to be meaningful references, and that's why we have so many employees working on every single one of these top of Google sites, because all these employees have to sit down and say things about the other site and then link it in the anchor text. And I'm not going to explain what anchor text is because you don't need to know everything. You just want to know that I know what I'm doing. And by the way, I really don't know what I'm doing. You know what I am? I'm a good thief. I've figured out what other people are doing, and then I have hired experts. We have an expert in articles, an expert in backlinks, an expert in SEOs. We have an expert in WordPress working for us. We have an expert in PHP programming so that we can do the IP identifiers. And these experts are all contractors, because you know I'm a big believer in outsourcing. And all these experts are putting parts of this puzzle together so 368 of us can share a boatload of sales leads. And if we do this, here's what will happen. You can see that this is a search on backlinks from SEO Moz, which is one of the oldest and largest internet support organizations. I typed in ADP, and ADP is in the payroll business. Payroll is a mega business. 6 million, maybe 5 million, somewhere between 5 million and 6 million visitors a month searching payroll. Look at that, 23,000 backlinks. They're the number one. They get 3 million visitors a month. It's a $1 billion company, and that's what it takes to become number one. Look at this. We're going to have 75,000 to 91,000 over the next 3 to 5 years. That's how powerful working together, 368 of us working together, that's how powerful we can be. Working alone, we'll never get this boatload of sales leads. Working together, we can share an incredible amount of prosperity. So if you'd like to know more, make sure you call us to find out if we're working to build a website in your industry. Make sure that your territory, your MSA, your town is not already sold out. The email will pop up at the end of this video. Send us an email or call us on the phone, and we'll be happy to explain how the TOG will keep your cash register ringing.